Number one for today's Country 103.5. Sarah Evans, and a little bit stronger. She's getting stronger and stronger each day. Maybe she'll be able to wrestle boys at one point in time,
maybe.
Right?
Maybe. You never know.
We're still talking about this letter we received from Shirley in Mankato in regard to Joel Northrup from Des Moines, the wrestler who forfeited his match against a girl. And we're taking your calls. What do you think?
I was a wrestler up until 6th grade, and I completely agree that there's a difference between men and women, and women should not be allowed on the mat. I remember my mom being like, you have to watch out where you grab, and you have to watch out where you put your hands. And I did beat a lot of the boys, and I did throw them around a little bit because naturally I was as big as them at that age. I mean, I used to have to wear a pair of shorts over the top of my singlet and a t-shirt under my singlet. It was just, it's not made for women, you know? I mean,
Okay.
We need to solve the problem. They both wrestle in snowsuits, and we're good to go, right? Number one for today's Country 103.5. Josh Kelly and that Georgia Clay. Bill and Jillian, 743 above. Wind chill of right around 10 below right now.
Warming up to 9 above today. We got a chance of snow, light snow all weekend long.
Talking about gas prices, how much are you paying at the pump, and where in southern Minnesota can you find the cheapest gas out there? Hello.
Over in St. Peter at the Shell station, it's $3.17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you fill up?
Yes.
Good deal.
Hey, somebody called in and said Shell was $3.17 in St. Peter.
Yeah.
I think that gas station is closed down.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I live in St. Peter and went by there yesterday, and it was all closed up. And I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or so, my husband went up to the pump and everything was closed up.
Are you sure you're not working for the competing gas station and you're just saying that?
No, I'm not. I wish the gas prices would go down.
Well, they forgot to take the number down, and so they do have the cheapest gas.
They do, but it's closed.
So it's kind of hard to get a little gas from there.
It's kind of hard to get gas from there.
Yeah. You need to bring a drill, you know, and drill for oil right at that gas station, and maybe you might be able to get it out of the ground.
Get a little siphon hose, right?
How depressing is that? We all had a glimmer of hope that this one gas station was going to be $3.17 a gallon, only to find out that the sucker's closed. How terrible is that? Doesn't it just make you feel awful?
It makes me feel awful that we don't pay attention closely enough.
Or, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the first Planet of the Apes movie. I don't know if you ever saw that, where he's in space, Charlton Heston and his crew.
Yeah.
They land on Planet of the Apes. They're captured, and finally he escapes, and he gets this young chick that he's with on a horse, and they're out in the desert trying to find life, you know, hopefully a glimmer of hope.
Right.
They're walking, and all of a sudden they see the Statue of Liberty buried in sand with only the flame coming up, and realizing that, you know, their entire Earth has been devastated, and they're in the future.
Right.
And then the movie ends, and it's the exact same kind of situation here.
Wow, how dramatic of you.
With St. Peter. Yeah. Some people call Tony Barbecue Cowboy. Some people call him the gangster of rub. Most people say more ribs, please. Come on in and get you some.
At Token Barbecue in downtown Mapleton, it's no joking matter for owner Tony Greger when it comes to authentic, true barbecue, with the world's best prime rib being served on the 2nd and 4th Saturday nights of the month. Catering for any sized event. Go to their website on the World Wide Web, tokenbbq.com. Token Barbecue, downtown Mapleton, on the World Wide Web at tokenbbq.com.
It's a token, needs a smoking. Best prime rib, I'm not joking. They just want to feed everyone. Ooh.
Devastating.
Power, power, power.
Here comes the rampage.
Former champion Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Someone's going down. Machina teeing off. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's at it. It's all over.
Versus Lyoto, the Dragon Machida.
UFC 123, Saturday night, November 20th.
Buffalo Wild Wings, downtown location only. Your sports fan heaven, you have to be here. Magnificent Karnak, I hold in my hands the envelope hermetically sealed. Envelope number 1. Envelope number 1. Star Trek, Night at the Museum, and The Hangover. Yes, sir. 2 movies showing in southern Minnesota found on connectorlocal.com, and what David Hasselhoff gets every day when he wakes up at noon. You are correct, sir. Envelope number 2. Envelope number 2. Going in style. Going in style. What do you call advertising your business for free on connectorlocal.com and owning a Gucci toilet?
ConnectorLocal.com. There's a new business directory online where you can find everything you're looking for right in your own backyard. Free classifieds, local events, movie listings, and more. And it's all free. ConnectorLocal.com.
Calling comb-over man to razor cuts.
My hair scares all the women, and I comb left, I comb right, but it never seems to look right.
Calling mullet man to razor cuts.
My mullet and me like a climb up a tree. My mullet and me, we're the best friends we could be.
Calling Grizzly Adams to razor cuts.
And that was when he discovered he had a special kind of way with animals. They just come right up to him like he was a natural part of the wilderness.
Calling 80s hair dude to razor cuts.
Relax, don't do it. Where you wanna go?
It's time to send your favorite out-of-date man to Razors, the new hippest salon in town.
Go to razorcutsnow.com and submit your photo of your out-of-date man, and he may win a complete makeover, including an hour's worth of massages. Go to razorcutsnow.com. Razor Cuts, next to Buster's on Madison Avenue, where men come in and enjoy an amazing cut, neck shave, towel treatment, scalp massage, and style. Go to razorcutsnow.com. Razor Cuts, next to Buster's on Madison Avenue. You would have made the best speech if you happened to be the best man at my wedding.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think you would have been perfect. You've been a perfect fit.
I better be a couple of sheets in the wind then, if I'm going to make a good announcement.
Hey, since it's this early in the morning, could you do the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. With this we stand, one nation under God, one under invisible, one God, and...
Give us this day.
Give us this day, at least we passed their debts, and then, please, could we win the lottery?
That sounds good. That's a perfect Pledge of Allegiance.
Forgot to listen in this morning?
Here's what you missed with Wild Bill.
What do you have for a birthday today?
CJ.
Is this your son?
Yeah.
You know his last name?
I don't know his last name. I'm trying to think of
What, his last name?
Yeah.
Clinton. His name, Clinton.
What we call him CJ.
But we call him CJ for short.
Sir, would your last name happen to be Clinton as well?
Yeah.
Do you guys share the same last name?
Yes, sir.
That would be a huge clue for me.
More music. More fun with Wild Bill on Continuous Country. Kissin' 99.3.
Hi. I heard the debate over the four-wheelers and the snowmobilers.
Yeah, what do you think?
Actually, I do both. I snowmobile and I four-wheel. And Minnesota four-wheelers go to Wisconsin to ride. That's where they go.
Ah, interesting.
So, Minnesota is losing their own money because it's all going over to Wisconsin.
So do you snowmobile here, though?
Yes, I used to. At present, I'm not. I grew up snowmobiling. We had 6 sleds, and so I've done both. I four-wheel and I do snowmobiling. And four-wheeling I do over in Wisconsin. And you could spend a whole weekend there, and that's a lot of money.
And in Wisconsin, they both do snowmobilers and ATVers on the same trail, so I'm assuming that, everything's fine there.
Oh, gosh, yes. They have their own system of identifying, so people know how many are coming behind you, and they are very open and very supportive of both types of sportsmen. Wisconsin, they've got it together. They're making money off winter sports that Minnesota should be doing.
Morning.
Hi, what's up?
I was calling in on the snowmobile four-wheeler thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a snowmobiler, and I guess the four-wheelers have all summer long to drive on trails up north in northern Minnesota, so they can go ride them up there.
Oh, look at you. Stirring up the pot.
Yep.
What's wrong with them sharing the same trail?
Well, I guess, snowmobilers are, they're for snow. Four-wheelers can go drive during the summer, and they have their own dirt trails, so to speak.
Do ATVers ruin snowmobile trails?
I guess I don't know. I don't think they would. But snowmobilers have their winter season, and four-wheelers can have their summer season.
Here's the deal. Here's the problem. Is, as a farmer, 50% of the ground that snowmobile trails go across is farm ground property. Now you turn around, and spring comes, you got RTVs going across the ground, making great big trenches, filling it full of water, ruining the guy's alfalfa. In the wintertime, it's all froze. You're not hurting all that ground. The snowmobile trails are more or less leased from the farmers to get you guys across. Now you turn around in the springtime, all it takes is one to go across and make a mess in the mud. Now the snowmobile guys are going to get kicked off too, and we will not have snowmobile trails or RTV trails at all.
Do you think there's a point in time in the winter where you have so much snow on the ground that the ground is so frozen solid that it wouldn't hurt for an ATVer to go on a trail?
Got no problem with it in the wintertime. It would work in the wintertime, but how do you tell the guys today you can ride and tomorrow you can't when spring comes?
Hi, just a quick comment on the snowmobilers and the four-wheelers. I guess my comment is quit whining. I mean, there's like 4 feet of snow on the ground. How does an ATV affect a trail in snow when we have this much snow? We've never had this much snow for 30 years. So quit whining. Wah, wah, wah.
Nice. Thank you so much for your call.
Yes. Good day.
Have a good one.
Hey, I was just calling in about that snowmobile and four-wheeler thing you're talking about.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I guess the problem we have with it is when four-wheelers ride on the snow and the snowmobile trails, they kind of tend to rip the trails up. With wheels, you just kind of spin in the snow, and that makes big old ruts, and that's not so much fun for us snowmobilers.
Do you think the fact that we've had more snow this year than the past 30 years, is it really going to make any difference whatsoever?
Yeah, because with them groomers out there, they make a nice flat path, nice fun to ride on, but make a four-wheeler go through there and they'll just tear it all up. Might as well not even groom it then.
Hello. I just turned the radio on and I heard about your comments about the snowmobiling.
Yes.
And four-wheeling. And you know something? We all pay taxes on that, so why can't the four-wheelers and the snowmobilers go on there?
That is a very good question, and that's what we're trying to find out.
One lady brought up this point is that a lot of people that enjoy winter sports, they go to Wisconsin, and Wisconsin has taken all our money because, if there's a law here, people just go to the next state.
Yeah.
And it kind of ruins the playing field.
Well, we don't snowmobile and we don't four-wheeler, but, I empathize with the people that are paying the taxes. We have to pay taxes for it, and we don't even use it. Yeah. And I'm not opposed to that, but, let the four-wheelers and the snowmobilers go. The four-wheelers aren't out there looking to wreck anything. They're just looking to have a good time. That's all.
Yep. Do appreciate the phone call. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm an avid ATVer and snowmobiler, and I got to say one thing. I've ridden both all year round. And the thing is the groomer comment, snowmobiles wreck the trails themselves, too, to where the groomer's got to come out and redo them. So that's kind of a non-factor in the whole issue. It doesn't really damage the trails any other way than the other. And the tabs for both cost the same. It's the same equivalent to each one. They ought to just let them both go on there at the same time.
Yep, Wisconsin, they've got the Super Bowl win, and now they've got our snowmobile trails, right? Or ATV trails, right? Yeah.
I ride in both states, so
yep.
They ought to just let it do it over here, too, because it doesn't make no difference on the trail damage.
I do appreciate the phone call.
Thanks for your call.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys still on the snowmobile four-wheelers?
Yeah, what do you got, man?
What do you got?
Well, I'm a diehard snowmobile fan, but, the snowmobilers, are they going to have to get a trail sticker and go to special classes to ride on the trail, too, like snowmobilers have to? Once you're 12 years old, you got to get a snowmobile certificate, and then you got to pay extra for trail stickers and that stuff. And, if they're going to do that, then I don't see why they can't. But, that's just because, if I had a four-wheeler, I'd want to ride it on the trail too, but I don't have a snowmobile. And
I guess their angst, too, is that they're paying taxes for this.
They have to get the other stuff, too, like snowmobiles have to, the trail sticker and all that stuff, then they should be able to.
Yep. Hey, I do appreciate the phone call.
All right, thanks, man.